Hello once again from Radiant Tarot. What I'd like to do today is do a little reading, a small reading, with regard to the forthcoming royal wedding, the marriage between Prince William of England and his bride-to-be, Kate Middleton. Now they're getting married on the 29th of April 2011. And I thought it might be interesting to see what the cards have to say about their marriage. So I think what we'll do is a 3-card spread. First of all, of course, we've shuffled the cards. We need to cut the cards this way, turn the centre, put them all back together again, straighten this out a little bit, and then we'll choose a card, a card that calls out to us maybe, and a third, and we'll see what occurs. Now then, what are we going to do with this particular reading? Well, I thought we'd do factors in favour, factors against, and the most important factor. So, we'll start with this first card, factors in favour of a successful marriage. And what have we got? Oh! We've got a Ten of Swords reversed. Now, Swords is usually concerned with things like hardships, conflict, legal stuff, thoughts, truth, and the 10, well, you can see the 10 actually shows 10 swords, well 9 swords actually, seemingly in the back of an individual. It is reversed, which doesn't particularly make it much better, but what we're asking is, the factors in favour of this marriage. Well, you could say that, the immediate thing is backstabbing, isn't it? Maybe the pressure from the press trying to pick holes in their relationship. Maybe what this card is telling us is that whilst those things will happen, they won't last forever. They will be given a little bit of grace to get on with their lives without the intrusion of the press. The other thing about a reverse card is that it's maybe not going to happen immediately. Maybe there's some sort of delay. So it may be that one of the factors in favour would be the press possibly laying off early in the marriage, which gives them a time to build a relationship without the added pressures, because getting married is it's tough enough, isn't it, without the added publicity that goes with it, the paparazzi and everything. So possibly in favour of a successful start, at least, to the marriage, would be the situation where the press is actually letting them get on with their lives. So let's have a look at factors against, which is this card here. Oh, and we've got the Nine of Wands, and this again is reversed. Factors against, well, we see a young man here, probably Prince William himself there. And we see he's been wounded slightly. Or maybe that signifies his crown, who knows. If it does signify his crown, and this does actually seem quite relevant. Maybe that, in the future, the fact that he's wearing this crown, okay, it looks like a bandage, maybe it's an unsteady crown, maybe it's something thrust upon him, and you'd think, well, you're the King of England all at once. That would be a wonderful thing, he could put his feet up. But of course, with kingship comes added pressures. You're no longer your own man, so to speak. You have duties, you have responsibilities to your country, as well as to yourself and as well as to the family. That's added pressure. Again, it's not going to happen immediately, but when he does become king, then possibly what we'll see with Wands, possibly a lack of energy, somewhat in his work ethic, possibly, or towards the marriage. So it would interfere somewhat with the marriage. Marriage is made up of passion and love and desire and growth, and harmony and stuff like this. Because the card is reversed, it may be that these aspects of the marriage will become stunted, and the marriage may, I'm not saying falter, too early for that yet, but that added pressure of kingship will have an effect on the marriage. Factors against the marriage almost, isn't it? And we go to the third card, and what we're looking for in this is actually the most important factor of the marriage. I will turn that over and you'll see it before me. And we see the Queen of Wands, which is actually quite a wonderful card, and I see Kate Middleton herself sitting here on the throne. She will be the one to hold this marriage together, and she will do that by playing her part as the eventual Queen of England. And if and when it comes to pass that William and Kate ascend the throne of England, she will be the most loved of the two. I see that quite clearly with the reading of this card. Wands again is about personal growth. It's sort of what you put into the marriage, or your responsibilities. And I see Kate being a really responsible person within her duty, not just to her family and her husband, but also to her country. Is there anything else in this card? Well, there's the black cat, isn't there? And that, she will need luck. There will be a period possibly when, she will need that little bit of luck in order to continue performing or living as she really, really wants to herself. So there will be possibly a little hiatus some way into her queenship and some way into her marriage, and there will be that piece of luck that comes along and gets her possibly out of a black hole, or gets the family out of a black hole. Again, I want to just go back to this card, factors against. I see a little bit of a barrier between William and Kate may develop, and again that's possibly understandable with the responsibilities that will be thrust upon him. However, I also see, because it is Wands, because it is about what he wants also, it may be that what he wants he can achieve, as long as he's not just focused solely on duty. I see this, to see two, there's a male figure here, there's a female figure here. I see this sort of partnership is going to be vital, not just to the marriage. Both must input into the marriage, but also into the duties that will fall upon them in the coming years. Anyway, that's the little tarot reading with regards to the marriage of William of England and Kate Middleton. Thanks for watching, and if you want me to do a little read for you, just drop me a message on YouTube, and I can do either a blind read, or you can ask me a question, whatever suits you. Anyway, thanks again. Bye for now. Bye.